It's usually the Pro iPhones that get all the love. They are the best of what Apple has to offer after all. This year though, I feel the regular iPhone 15 and 15 Plus seem pretty interesting too. Apple's made some nice changes, with the regular omissions of course. Hey guys, Ash here, and today on C4E Tech, let's take a look at 7 pros and 4 cons with the regular iPhone 15s. Let's start off with the build. Dimension-wise, there is not really a lot that has been changed here. There's less than a half a millimeter of difference here and there, so most old accessories should work just fine more or less. The iPhone 15s do feel a little more ergonomic thanks to the edges being slightly rounded off here too. And by the way, this aluminum frame has a matte finish and it's absolutely devoid of fingerprints. On the back, Apple's gone with a matte finish here as well. It's kind of a satiny finish, and again, it absolutely does not pick up fingerprints. Now there are quite a few color options available. This year is the blue, which like MKBHD said, it's barely blue. Apple also offers the 15 and 15 Plus in pink, yellow, green, and black. The pastel palette might not be for everyone, though personally, I like it. Also the fact that the Type-C ports color matched. Talking about which, that's our next positive, USB Type-C. This opens up a whole lot of accessories that are already readily available, and most importantly, they do sidestep that MFI tax. While USB 3 seems to be exclusive to the Pro models, the Type-C port on the regular iPhones, it still comes with support for DisplayPort video out. So if you want to plug your iPhone into a TV in your bedroom, connect your PS5 controller and stream off the PS5 in the living room, you can now do that. Yeah, it's something Android has been able to do for years, but it's awesome to see Apple catching up. Thank you, EU. Now the next pro on this list is the display. While a lot of the spec sheet reads very similar to the 14, the size, the resolution, etc., there is one thing that's gone up, the brightness. The regular iPhone 15s can also go up to 2000 nits now. That's up from 1200 last gen. Now this is something you are gonna notice when you use these phones outdoors. Now that said, the display also makes this list as a con. That's because the refresh rate, it remains at 60Hz. I really think Apple should have used a 120Hz panel here too, or at least have gone with 90Hz. I honestly don't think a phone this expensive should come with a 60Hz panel. But it is what it is, so I do see this as a solid negative. Now back to the positives, the performance, the 15 and the 15 Plus, they do sport last year's flagship A16 Bionic. While it might be a step below the A17 Pro in terms of performance, it still is a very solid performer, a flagship grade chip. And the user experience, as always, it's a major selling point on this iPhone too. Now, do keep in mind, till last year, the regular iPhone models, they got the same chip as the Pros. But since 2022, the regular iPhones, they end up getting the previous year's flagship chip. So that could mean that the iPhone 15 might only end up getting updates for as long as the 14 Pro series does, which in turn might make a case for choosing the 14 Pro over the 15. Now it is also worth noting, as powerful as the A16 Bionic is, the console games being ported over here are only for the A17 Pro, so you're not gonna be able to play games like Resident Evil Village and the Resident Evil 4 remake on this phone. Let's now switch back over to positives again, the cameras. The primary here is an upgraded 48 megapixel sensor. Now it's not the same sensor from the Pro phones, but it's still a substantial upgrade. And that's because the iPhone 15 now downsamples images to 24 megapixels, which is twice the resolutions that old Pro models downsample to. So when you look at the detail, the regular new iPhone 15s actually pull ahead of the old Pros, even under low light. Now, of course, you don't get the telephoto camera with the regular 15s, but given the larger resolution of the primary sensor, and the fact that Apple offers a 2x lossless zoom where 12 megapixels worth of information is read off the center of the sensor, well, it's not an actual substitute for telephoto, but it does make the new iPhone 15s a lot more versatile than their predecessors. Now let me quickly cut to this bit from my iPhone 15 Pro video. All new iPhones capture depth information when a subject is detected in the shot. This means you don't have to manually switch to portrait anymore. So you're scrolling through your gallery and think, hey, this shot would have been better if I'd shot it portrait. You can go ahead and make that change in post. Cool, right? And this is something you can even do with cinematic camera shots. Adjust focus after the footage has been shot. Now this is also doable with regular iPhone 15s. So the cameras, they do appear to be a major positive on this phone. Another positive is the battery. The capacity has gone up slightly by 60 mAh. Now I've not tested the 15 Plus enough to draw solid conclusions, but in my time so far, the battery life, it seems excellent. Initial impressions, I feel it fares a little better than my 15 Pro Max as well. Now that said, as always, the inbox contents and the charging situation remain letdowns. So let me take this chance to quickly show you guys the unboxing. So you get the iPhone 15 in the box, in this case, the iPhone 15 Plus. Then you have a SIM ejector tool, the regular leaflet, and an Apple sticker, which is followed by that new braided USB Type-C to Type-C cable. So you are gonna have to get a charger separately, and the speeds remain unchanged, 27 watts wired, and that would get you 0 to 50 in about 30 minutes. The wireless charging speeds remain unchanged as well, 7.5 watts via Qi chargers, 15 watts via MagSafe. Now these speeds, for the price, they seem low. Talking about the price, now in many markets including US and India, the iPhone 15 and the 15 Plus, they've been launched at the same prices as their predecessors launched last year. If you were hoping the fact that these phones are being manufactured in India would lead to the prices being lowered, nah, that didn't happen. But do note that the Pro models which aren't manufactured in India, for them, the launch prices have gone up by 10,000 rupees. So looks like local manufacturing is probably why the 15 continues to start at 80,000 rupees and the 15 Plus continues to start at 90,000 rupees, just like the 14 and 14 Plus. So that's 7 pros and 4 cons with the regular iPhone 15s. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Tech. Have a great day. Bye-bye.